Notice how this thing is this glue tab is above the. It's supposed to go under, but it's above, and that makes it easier for me to apply glue like this. And then, since I bent it previously, I can sort of bend it back again and just sort of have to. There we go. And then I move this glue tab up again for reference, and so that it's easier to apply glue on the next time. And then I just go for it and do the firm presses again. I'm forcing this side in here, and so I'm going like that. You know how these glue tabs are straight? That on the 3D it implies that this whole 3D part is also like straight. But actually sometimes, like doing this technique, you might find yourself bending it and gluing it while bending at the same time. I'm not sure if that makes any sense to you, but like, see, it's sort of bent, and I'm gluing it while it's also bent. So expect that. That's something that you're gonna encounter. Removing the excess glue. Okay. So again, the tab is right there. And if for some reason, like let's say for example, I'm working on this side, I don't know, or just somewhere where it's hard to apply glue when it's up like that. I mean, where it's hard to apply glue when it's above, so you'd have to do it when it's behind. But how are you gonna do that? You just, yeah, easy. You just fold it back and apply glue like that. Okay. Hopefully I won't damage the horns over there too much. And I always look on this side to know whether or not I'm putting the glue or gluing the tab perfectly on. Every single tab that you glue, try and be as perfect as you can, because if you're too much this way by a little bit, then the next tab is going to be too much that way again by a little bit, and as the imperfections add, you'll find that, like, so this piece like goes in a semi-ring, and yeah, like a ring like this. All the little imperfections will mean that at the end of the ring it's gonna be off, and you'll be like, why is it off? And then yeah, that's why. So I'm gonna finish making the rest of this, and I'll fast forward it for you, and then I'll show you how I do at the end of the ring. Here I found an imperfection from my previous piece that is making everything go off-centered. What happened is this piece attaches to here, but this piece isn't this way enough. So if I align according to that piece, it ends up having a white line here. So what I'm gonna do is align it here and then sort of force this part to align. And I'll show you how that goes. This is a nice ending because I can just use the tweezers to apply pressure on just the edge. That gives it a really nice adhesion and a good finish. Here's where the advantage of this glue tip comes in handy. I can't really apply glue in there, nor can I bring it out to glue on. So I'm just gonna like push this in to give some space and just sort of squeeze some glue in there. I put way too much glue, but I couldn't see how much glue I was putting in. So because this is not down this way enough, or I don't know if that makes sense, but there was some extra paper here kind of, and this part is aligned, but this part has some extra space. So what I did with that space was, if you saw me earlier, I sort of like pushed that space down this way and squeeze it here. So now it looks kind of like there's a little, I don't know, nub sticking out. And I guess that I can pretend that's a vein on the horse or something. But that's how I can get rid of the extra paper, and so that there are no white edges, and this is it'll get a firm adhesion on here. I'm just gonna wipe off the glue, and then I'll show you if I did a good job on this one or not. Okay, so what do you think? Actually, this one's not too bad. Usually after every piece I have to do like 1 or 2 adjustments with my draft pen. Okay, never mind. I have to do some adjustments. Yeah, this treble spot here, I see a little bit of white lines, and I'm not satisfied until I get rid of it. Yeah, even though this black ink kind of just doesn't, I mean, it doesn't exactly blend into the original texture of the paper model, it still looks better to be black than white, because the whole, like, you know, most of the colors of this thing is dark anyway, so it's just that white blemishes and lines and dots will stand out more so than the black one. So yeah, I prefer to keep it black. So this is a white spot, okay. And that's one down, like 100 more feet or something to go.